Hello, Miss Smith. I am going to put your stocking on. So first I want to knock, introduce myself, and lock my wheels, both of them. Pull my curtain. Make sure that my patient has a call light accessible within reach, not just on the bed. Okay, I'm going to go get my supplies. This is my supply. Okay, just like a sock, the stocking has a heel on it. You want to make sure the heel is actually on the heel of the patient. And it has an opening for the toes. So I'm going to put my arm inside the stocking and get the heel on top of the heel of my hand. Okay, once I've got the heel on my hand, you know you have it properly if you can stick your fingers out of the top. Those are my toes. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to make sure that's on my palm. I'm going to grab the heel and hold my hand in a fist, pull the top of that stocking in. So now, as you can see, the heel is where I can see it. And now I'm going to put that stocking appropriately on the heel of the foot. Explain to the patient that you are going to put the stocking on. Even if you have to say it many times, they need to be aware that you're going to touch them. Lower, not on top. It just seems like it glides a little easier when you point the toes downwards. And now I'm going to stretch my stocking open as far as I can get it. And I'm going to slide it on the toes. And I don't let go until I get it on the heel. If you let go before the heel, it is very hard to push it up on the heel. Now once I have it on the heel, I can pull it all the way up, making sure that we do not pinch. And as you can see, I got that a little off base. It's not on the heel. So instead of pinching on their foot, what I'm going to do is just go in and use my hand, the palm of my hand, to twist it. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm going to put it on. Got to have some strength for this. Put it over the heel, don't let go. Heel is on the heel. Now I'm going to gather, and bring it all under the heel. Pull it up without scratching. And you see the heel is on the heel and the toes are in the open area. Make sure there's no wrinkles. You can even say that there are no wrinkles on the state exam, and that will suffice. Alright, pull the cover back down. Make sure that they still have their call light within reach. I like to pinch it to the bed actually. And their bed is low. If they're supposed to have side rails, then you need to put them up. Alright, wash my hands, and I'm done with that skill.
The next skill will be ambulating with a gait belt. This is a gait belt, and just to let you see, here are the teeth. I'm going to show you how to put this on correctly. So what I use, I use analogies. So picture this as being the teeth of a person in the bottom lip and the upper lip here. And here's your tongue. Okay, so you want to put it in as if you can see you can actually bite your tongue off. Okay, and then the way you want to tighten it is going away from the teeth. Okay, you can't tighten it towards the teeth because that's what stops it. All right, and then once you got it nice and tight or snug, and then you want to lock it in. Okay, so that's how you use that. Also for this skill, so your supplies will be the gait belt and shoes, the patient's shoes. Thank you. Okay, we're going to start this skill by the patient laying in the bed. Okay, so as you see, we got the patient laying in the bed, and you got to have shoes. So here she has some shoes that we're going to put underneath the bed so we won't trip on them, or they can have non-skid socks. As you can see, this is a non-skid sock. Okay, and of course we need our gait belt. Now when you're trying to set a patient up, you want to make sure that you scoot them to the edge. Now, and you want to make sure their extremities are in sight. So sometimes I'll even lift the sheet just to see where the extremities are, and I will go underneath and bring them, and then you want to go under the back and over the back and bring them over. And you just keep doing that even if you have to do it a few times. All right, so now we are going to take the cover off because they are going to start walking. And I want you, ma'am, to put your hands on my shoulders and not on my neck, because if you put them around my neck, as you can see, that wouldn't be good. Actually, you can injure yourself. So I'm bringing one hand and I'm going to put it on her shoulder. And since I need her to go this way, I'm going to put my hand over her knee so it's more like a swivel, okay? All right, on 3, I want you to sit up on the side of the bed, ma'am. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Thank you. At this point, you really want to make sure that they're stable. Sometimes you got to give people a few minutes to gather their marbles there. Okay, and now we've got her shoes on, so she has non-skid shoes on. Remember, I showed you earlier about the gait belt, ma'am. Can you raise your arms? I'm going to put the teeth going first around the person's waist, and you want to make sure you get it low enough. You don't want to be too close to their breast area. You want it to be where the belt should go. Okay, so this is a gait belt, so think about where their belt would go. You don't want it too snug, but you do want it snug enough that it doesn't slide upwards. Now, I'm going to kind of block her legs and knees here. Ma'am, can you put there you go, hands on my shoulders. I need to have an underhand grip, so I'm grabbing it this way. If I go on top like that, she'll just fall out of my grip. I'm going to rock her 1, 2, 3, stand up, very good, and I need you to turn that way. What I'm going to do is be on the side of her. Turn around, let me show you. So I don't need to be on the side this way. I certainly don't need to be dragging her. Okay, the only time you should lead a patient if you're going down some stairs and they are blind or something like that. Okay, so we want to be, as you can turn. As you can see, I got one hand on the side and one right behind her. So if she did have to fall, look what I have. Open your legs a little bit. Do you want? I'm sorry. All right.